Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tutorials of Tone. My name is Alex. Thank you so much for watching this video. Our quick tip topic for today, running a DI alongside our favorite modeling tones, whether you're on guitar, or perhaps in our case, bass, whether you're on the FX3, the FM9, or the FM3. Especially as a bass player, it's really important in a lot of scenarios, whether you're on a live recording date, a studio session, or perhaps you're in someone else's home and just need to run a DI line to a cab or on a gig. It's really nice to have that option, but maybe it's a lot of work to dial up a new preset or to cut things and move things in certain ways. Well, here's one quick tip that will help you modify that as quickly as possible and get back to the task at hand, playing your instrument and playing music. Let's dive in. So for the purposes of this video, we are using the bass amp DI trick, but this applies to guitar or any other instrument you may be running through your favorite Fractal device. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of components here. A lot of stuff you probably don't want to move around. Input block, compressor, drive, amp, a chorus that's in parallel, cab, multiband compressor, reverb in parallel to an output. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to think about. Why don't we just have a nice, simple tactic? So, all the way through, the tone currently sounds like this when processed. So as you can hear, just a nice, clean and clear bass tone dialed in for this example. But now, we need to record that along with a DI, or maybe we need to have them processed at separate locations within and outside of our Fractal. We have a few simple options that we can employ for this. First thing we need to do is go to our setup window, go to audio, and make sure that whatever output we're using for this, in our case output 1, is set to stereo. You can't have it be copy left, right, mute, or some left and right, because we need both output ports in order to make this work. And what we're going to do is at the end of our process chain, we're going to add a filter block. Now that we've added this filter block, we have to make a few quick modifications to it. We are going to keep everything at stock settings, except for these two things. We're going to take the balance, which is panning. We're going to pan this all the way to the left. We're going to set our bypass mode to mute so that when this block is shut off, there is no process signal being sent to its output. So now we have this. If you're listening with headphones, that was coming only out of the left ear. We are now going to set another filter block right alongside that. And we're going to do the exact same thing, but in a mirror image. We're going to set the balance all the way to the right, the bypass mode to mute, and connect a line straight from the input block all the way to the filter to the output block. And you get this. Now you may find that with active basses, this DI is a little hot, as it is for me, or perhaps with a passive bass it's too low. You can attenuate your DI level independent of your process signal here and use the level control on the block. Now when you unmute that filter and we have both of them running, we have our process signal in our left ear and our DI in the right. Now, if you're using your favorite Fractal device as your interface within your favorite DAW, whether you're on Pro Tools, Logic, or another, it is way simpler than even this, and it's inherent in the system. There's a video on that in the corner and also in the description for sake of ease. But say you're on a live session. Say you are maybe recording at another person's studio, or you're at a rehearsal. You need an amp tone, or your process signal sent somewhere to a recording device. You need multiple lanes of processing, and you need it quick. This is a nice, simple, and effective way to do that without creating duplicates or taking an X-Acto knife to all of your hard work on these presets, and you can just get back to the task at hand. This is a great way to do this. I use this very often on remote sessions, things I get called in for at the last minute, and it has served me very well over the years. Well, that wraps up our quick tip on having a processed and a DI'd signal sent simultaneously out the same output on our favorite Fractal device. As I mentioned, this has saved me on countless sessions, whether they were live, studio, or even rehearsal settings. And it was very, very simple to do once I figured it out. And I hope this helps you and was informative. If it was, there are plenty of other videos that should be as informative to you throughout the channel, whether they're tutorials of tone, gear reviews, playthroughs, Fractal 101s, or more. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.